Hi, I'm Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland in Rocky River, Ohio. Welcome to episode 2 of Just Show Up and Do the Work. What we're looking to do here with this show is to help you to get on a path to a stronger, healthier, and more energetic lifestyle, and to get you unstuck. Unstuck means maybe you're totally inactive, or you're in a routine that's not producing results, or it's boring. There's really 3 groups. People that need to get moving, people need to mix it up and change their workouts, or some people need to do less. We actually know people that just work out too much. It's better to maybe work a little less and work smarter. An example is if you work out every day for 6 days a week and your rest day on Sunday consists of an easy 5K jog, that's not a rest day. A rest day means nothing. Your body needs some time to recover. Okay? So what we're after here is really helping you build better habits. And just show up and do the work, you're going to get the results. But that doesn't mean you have to show up at a gym. You might want to get back to the gym that you haven't been to in months or years. You might want to show up at our gym, or you just might want to go to a beach or to find a park. Just show up for yourself. Get some activity in to help you to get on a better path of health and fitness. And I'm going to give you some ideas on how to do that. But first off, don't underestimate the value of small steps. You don't need to go out and change your world upside down the first week, because chances are you won't stick with it. Small incremental steps done on a week in, week out basis will deliver you surprising results if you're just patient and learn to do the right stuff. So where would we start? Whether you're in that group that needs to get moving, needs to switch up your routine, or maybe you're working out too much and you're stale, you're hitting plateaus. Any 3 of those groups can improve by getting better sleep. We think that's the foundation of our health and fitness. Sleeping 7 to 9 hours every day. Okay? If you're like me, there was a time when I thought I could get away with 5 to 6 hours a night and then make it up on the weekends. And I've learned recently, a few years ago, listening to a guy named Matthew Walker, he's a sleep scientist, that the negative consequences of being sleep deprived. If you want to research that a little bit, Google Matthew Walker. He's been on Joe Rogan. He was on, I think it's episode 1109. He was also a Google Talks video interview. They're both about 2 hours long. The Google piece is a little more family friendly if you're not a fan of Joe Rogan's style and his language, but it's really an interesting podcast. I highly recommend listening to it. Number 2 is better nutrition. Okay? Our mantra here is stop eating crap. Eat real food. Okay? If you improve your nutrition and your sleep without even changing your activity level, you're going to feel better. And so what does that mean, stop eating crap? Well, crap, in my opinion, number 1 is sugar, refined sugars. Number 2, cheap vegetable oils, soybean oil, corn oils, peanut oils, grapeseed oils. They're very highly inflammatory, and it's especially dangerous or unhealthy if you mix the 2. If you eat a lot of refined carbohydrates, a lot of sugar, and a lot of cheap vegetable oils. You can look at a book by Dr. Barry Sears. It's called Toxic Fat. It's pretty technical. He talks in that book about combining those 2 and what the negative consequences are. Next would be processed foods of any sort. And then 4th, grains, especially white flour. White breads, pasta, cereal. They're known to be inflammatory in most people. So which of those would be the worst? I'm not really qualified to say. Who knows what's the worst? But I would suggest that whatever you eat the most of is probably a bad idea, and it's a place to start. Just reducing. You don't need to eliminate it. Okay? You don't have to cut everything out. We have to live. But if you're eating, let's say, more than 20% of your total overall calories per day in one of those 4, it's probably a good place to start cutting it back, and you're going to feel better and you're going to perform better. Okay? Easy start, water. Drink more water. Most of us don't drink enough. The recommended amount of water is you take your body weight. So let's say I weigh 165 pounds. So half of that in ounces per day. So roughly 80 ounces. And that's harder than you think if you're not used to doing it. 80 ounces a day. I have the best luck doing that if I start the day leaving the house in the morning with at least 16 to up to 32 ounces of water. If I get a good dose of water in early in the morning, I find it easy to keep up with that. But if I don't, and there are many days that I don't, I scoot out of the house without a lot, it's very hard for me to catch up. So try drinking that amount of water, and you're going to be surprised at how good you feel. Some people avoid water because they think that that's adding weight. The strange thing that happens to the body is kind of counterintuitive if you think about it. That if you don't drink much water, your body holds on to it, that extra water weight. But if you drink an adequate amount of water, your body releases it. It doesn't need to store it. Be careful not to drink too much. There is a problem. Don't be drinking 200 ounces of water. There's a condition that happens that could be fatal. So half your body weight in ounces is a good start. Now let's talk about a little activity. Getting moving. Doing something uncomfortable. That applies to all three of those groups that I talked about earlier. If you're not doing anything, then anything is better. Go out for a walk. Go find a hill in the metro parks. Walk up it 10 times. Something that makes you uncomfortable. If you're in a routine that you're bored with, do something that you avoid. Do something that you suck at. And then if you're very active, if you're working out a lot, what's uncomfortable for you might be taking a real rest day. Just let your body recover. That's when we get stronger. That's when most of the adaptations happen. Okay? You've heard that word adaptation. Humans, we're adaptive creatures. When we stress ourselves, whether it's mentally or physically, our bodies want to balance ourselves out. Easy way to explain that, if you start to lift heavy weights and you're straining, your muscles are going to get stronger. They're going to grow larger, or they're going to get stronger, or both, based on what training stimulus you give it. There are 10 physical domains of fitness that have been identified by a couple guys that started the Dynamax Ball company. CrossFit co-founder Greg Glassman has taken that list and built it into the foundations of CrossFit. And those domains, up on the wall here, you've got endurance, cardiovascular or cardiorespiratory endurance, strength, flexibility, stamina, power, speed, accuracy, agility, coordination, and balance. So those are 10 areas. If you stress or put demands on your body is going to improve so that it's better next time. The top 4, endurance, strength, flexibility, and stamina, those are physical adaptations, things that you can measure. The bottom 4, accuracy, agility, coordination, and balance, those are neurological adaptations. They're things that you have to practice to get better at. And then the middle 2, power and speed, those are both physical and neurological adaptations. Right? So the reason I bring that up is to maybe give you some ideas on improving your overall fitness level by picking something or some of those areas that you're weaker in. Okay? For most people, doing their own routines, they focus on, maybe not even knowing it, 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of those areas. So if you're at a plateau, you're not getting the results you want, maybe look at your routine and put some things in there that you suck at. Okay? Get uncomfortable. The beauty of that is that you'll round out your fitness level. You might not know how to get better in some of those areas. That's what we're about. If you show up at a CrossFit gym, the programming is going to include movements and exercises that put demands on all 10 of those, and not necessarily in the same day, but in a week, a well-crafted program for the week, you're going to hit all those, some of them several times. So back to our title, show up and do the work. It is as simple as that to get started. When you show up here, we have a warm-up on the board and a workout and a cool-down, all planned out for you. And there's a coach that takes you through that, the whole class. So you don't have to think. I hear that all the time from our members. They just don't have to think. They show up, they do the work, and they get the results. So remember, pick something that makes you uncomfortable and do it. Now there are 2 things that are not on that list that I found over the years. I've been running a CrossFit gym for 15 years, and the couple of things I see in people is that they get improvement in their confidence and their grit, their ability to just stick to things and finish. And there's a big carryover to that out in the real world. So let's say you come in here and you start a workout, and halfway through, maybe sometimes 3 minutes into it, you're like, I can't finish this. This is crazy. I can't do it. And the coach gives you a nudge and keeps you at it. And next thing you know, you're finished. And it's like, wow, I'm done. And next time you're in that uncomfortable position in a workout, you remember, look, just push through. Focus on the task at hand. I'm going to get done. That does wonders to building that grit, that stick-to-itness, that don't quit. And so that now you're out in the real world, you're at work, you're at home, you're facing a challenge, whether it's physical or mental, and it sucks. And you remember, wait a minute, let me just focus on what I'm doing right now, forget about everything else. Former Navy SEAL Andy Stump has a saying, make your world small. When your task at hand seems formidable, you just don't know what you're going to do, just focus on the next piece and get it done. And then just keep moving forward. And so that's what these workouts do for you. And the confidence is amazing. People get empowered. Another thing that happens when you Another domain up there that's not physical and it's not measurable would be grit. I've been running a CrossFit gym for 15 years, and I see it day in and day out. People just get more confident and their ability to just gut out hard tasks, and there's a carryover outside the gym. What happens here, you're in a workout, and maybe it's just 3 or 4 minutes in. You start shaking your head thinking, this is crazy hard. I'm never going to be able to finish this. The coach comes over and nudges you, keeps you moving. Next thing you know, you're done. Wow, I can't believe that. I finished it. When that happens over and over, that stress that you're putting on yourself with challenges makes you stronger. And there's a carryover when you go out. You're at work, you're at home, you're facing difficult tasks, big challenges. You just remember, make your world small. Just focus on the task at hand, grind through it, and you'll be done. And you'll be stronger because of it. So remember, stick with the uncomfortable. There's a term I like, they say embrace the suck. When it's uncomfortable, as long as you're not in a position where you're going to injure yourself, grind through, it's going to make you stronger. So whatever you're doing, make sure you choose the more difficult path to get the best result. So to recap, drink your water, get your sleep, stop eating crap, and get your ass moving. Choose what is uncomfortable. Until next time, just show up, do the work, and you'll get amazing results. Have a great day. If you'd like to learn more about our training and our nutrition coaching, take that first step and walk through our doors. You can contact us on our website at CrossFitCleveland.com. You can click the button that says Schedule a Call with a Coach. We can start with a phone call and talk about how you'd like to improve your health and fitness. We can register you to try one of our CrossFit Lite classes to check out our community. Or just stop in and we can meet and talk about your goals and give you a tour of the facility and talk about some of our training and coaching options. You can also email me at bill@crossfitcleveland.com. Again, thanks for listening. Have a great day. We hope to hear from you soon.